Morning. Morning, everyone. Hope everybody's well out there, in there, wherever you are. Let me know if you can hear me, please. You can let me know in the live chat if you can hear me. Aloha, Winston. Morning, Adrian. Morning, Warren. Morning, Gary. Morning, Marco. Gonna give it another minute or two for more people to join. Morning, Tar. I'll give it another minute and then I'm going to start. So hope you all been coping. World crisis, but it doesn't have to be our personal crisis. Morning, Tanya. Buongiorno Alberto, hi Lynn. Anat, hi. How are you, Manishma? Cool, great. So let me start. I see some new names here, so I'm gonna get into it. Some of you heard it all before, but it's always good to hear it again. So what we're practicing is Anapanasati, and Anapanasati means observation of your breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And we observe our breath as it is, naturally, without trying to manipulate it, without trying to change it. And we observe it objectively. So objectively means without any preference. We accept the moment, we accept the breath. Our breath right now reflects our state right now in this moment. And we cannot change the moment. We can change how we act from now on to have maybe different results later on. However, we cannot change the moment. So we are observing our breath naturally, without changing it, without having any preferences, whether whichever pattern that we experience. And we observe the breath right here, the entrance to our nostrils. And the narrower the area, the sharper our mind becomes. Everything or anything that happens outside this area, we can be aware of, but we should not focus on. So our focus is always here. We're observing our breath. But if there's any discomfort that rises within our body from our position of sitting, any thoughts coming in, any negativity arises, pain comes up, be aware that it's there, but don't react. Our pattern is always reacting to our discomfort. everything that happens to us, we react to. And everything that we experience, that our mind experiences, there's always a reaction, a liking or a disliking. If we like something, we don't want it to change. If we don't like it, we want it to change immediately to some kind of of a comfortable feeling. And this is always our pattern. It happens very deep in our subconscious, and we're not aware of. And every time that we dislike a feeling that we have, a feeling as a biochemical feeling, we tend to subconsciously want to move away. We want to feel better. But this make us develop certain types of behaviors. So we can get angry, impatient. We can become dependent on substances. We go to eat something. Every time that we feel a discomfort, we try to make ourselves feel better. And it all happens subconsciously. But our behavior not only affects us in the results, but it also affects the people around us. Because when we have impurities, mental impurities in our mind, we cannot have peace and harmony within us, and we reflect it on the environment and on all the people around us. So everything is cause and effect, and the our situation right now is the effect to a certain cause, but the effect is always precise to the cause. So if you're not happy with your current results, current situation, then you got to ask yourself, what is the cause? And the cause is always within, and it's always what we're reflecting. So we're going to practice. I'm going to talk you into it. If you have not been on these calls before, then just find a position, sitting, preferably on the floor, straight back, shoulders should be relaxed, neck straight, the face should be relaxed. If you wear any glasses, you can take the glasses off. You don't need the glasses. And you're going to bring the focus of your attention. Once you close your eyes, you're going to bring the focus of your attention to this area right here below the nostrils. Okay? And I'll talk you into it. So close your eyes and bring your focus, your attention to the area below your nostrils, right in your up on the upper part of your lip, right below the nostril. The narrower the area, the sharper the mind becomes. And observe your breath as it comes in and as it goes out. Naturally, don't try to change the breath. Don't try to manipulate it. It's not a breathing exercise. All you have to do is observe the breath as it is and be aware of the pattern. If it's deep, then it's deep. If it's shallow, then it's shallow. If it's fast, then it's fast. If it's slow, then it's slow. Accept it as it is, for whatever it is. Don't have any expectation, don't have any preferences. Observe it objectively. And be aware that the pattern is always going to change. Nothing is permanent. And every thought that we have, every feeling that we have, any emotion that we have, any sensation that we have, life in general is impermanent. So when you start seeing the change and you start to experiencing it by observing your breath, then you start realizing from your own experience It's not an intellectual. It's not intellectual awareness. It's you experiencing it, and you start understanding that everything is impermanent. And if everything is impermanent, it doesn't make sense to get attached to any particular experience or any particular moment, whether it's a comfortable moment or whether it's a negative moment. It's all the same thing. It all rises, stays for a while, and passes away. So everything is impermanent. So be aware of your breath. And every time that you feel that your mind is drifting away, just accept that it happened and bring it your mind back to your breath without any negativity, without any frustration, even if it happens all the time. No negativity. And if you start feeling drowsy, then take 2, 3 intentional, deeper breaths, and then go back to observing your breath as it is. Don't verbalize, don't use imagination, don't try to visualize the process. All you have to do is just be there and observe. Observe meaning be aware of your breath going in and out, and only within the area below your nostril. Anything that is outside of this area, you can be aware, but don't put your focus onto it. Every time that you feel that your mind is drifting away, just bring it back to your breath. So we've meditated for about, I think it's about 19 minutes, almost 20 minutes now. You may continue on your own. If you have any questions, any comments, you can ask me now using the live chat box. Try and meditate regularly. Meditate morning and evening. 15-20 minutes in the morning, 15-20 minutes in the evening is, I say, minimal. Make it a habit. I'm doing it every morning at 9 o'clock to help you create a good habit, so you can get used to doing it daily. Use the insight that you have from your meditation in the day. So be aware of your breath continuously, and be aware of the actions that you take and how your mind affects your breath, or how every action that you take has an effect on your breath. So you can always go back to your breath and stay aware with it. So whenever negativity arises, you can always go back to your breath. And before you actually take an unwholesome act and affect yourself and the environment around you, you can be aware of it. When you fall asleep at night, fall asleep with awareness of your breath. When you wake up in the morning, first thing, become aware of your breath. It's going to help you maintain continuous practice. And remember, the more we act in a certain way, the deeper the pattern of our behavior becomes. And if it's a negative behavior, if it's a negative pattern, then it affects our life negatively. So, and whenever we are objective and we stop behaving and acting and reacting in the way that we always do, then we start changing the behavior automatically. This is scientific. So, observation of the breath objectively is a scientific method. So, any questions? Again, I'm going to be back here tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, my time, wherever you're at. Adjust. We're going to do it as long as we have lockdown, for as long as we can. Morning, Anthony. Morning, Pat. Thanks, Lynn. Boker Tov, Henny. Thanks, Warren. Thanks for coming. I'll wait for another minute or two. If you don't feel like posting questions here publicly, then you can also connect with me directly. You can use Facebook to connect with me. Some of you have my number, so please do. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Hi, Liesel. Thank you. Wise words. We all got our own wisdom, but you become wiser the more you practice. That's for sure. So cool. Whatever the experience, stay objective. Don't react. Thank you, Anat. Come back to more if you can. It was great having you with us. Thanks, Winston. Cool, guys. So stay cool, stay safe, stay healthy. And whatever the experience, Stay calm and stay objective. Love and light. See you in the morning tomorrow.